Okay. Thank you everyone for being patient while I was getting that set up. Uh, so uh, Thanks for coming out to the Vice President internal debates with our one candidate. How tonight's going to work is our candidates are going to do talk about their platform, and then if anyone has a question, then they can ask them from the audience. Candidates will have 5 minutes to talk about their platform and then questions from the audience after. Any questions? Okay. So when you are ready there.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Micaiah. If you hang out in the lounge at all, you probably know me, and you might know me anyway. Um, Very active on Discord. Um, and I've been involved with the ECSS since practically the moment I walked into the door of this university. In my first year, I was on first year council, and I was also director of publications in the second semester, running four articles for the 5th volume of the Iron Post. And then last term, I was the director of merchandise, and now I'm gonna be on council. Well, running to be on council for just a term right now, but things happen. And it would be like a great step forward for like maybe a permanent council position next year. So I have 4 points on my platform. I'm not sure if anyone read it. So these things are like a feedback system. My main role is to represent the students. So I want to know what you want. Like that literally, even if you don't think it's like a real problem, you can talk to me or your student reps about it. Like some of the examples in my transition doc are literally just like, you think a prof doesn't have fair due dates or something, and then we can go talk to them about it. And you can talk to us about more serious issues too, obviously. So the second thing is, as you probably know, we're integrating computer science students this term into our student society. And we're going to have a computer science student rep, just like the other discipline reps. So I'll be working with them a lot and with Bill Bird and the rest of the faculty to like find more things for computer science students to do. It would be really great if we could find some conferences for them or something. That'd be cool. And then important things like making sure that their profs come to like prof socials or anything like that, and computer science classes are covered in our like tutoring and exam prep stuff, at least big ones. And then the third point is about course availability, which everyone complains about for pretty good reason. Despite the fact that no one follows the co-op schedule, at least as far as I know, you kind of have to have reasonable like course scheduling options. And I saw last term even that like sometimes mandatory courses that were supposed to be taken in the same term were scheduled at overlapping times, and it's like, how does that work? So yeah, I attend a co-op meeting to talk about co-op stuff, and the ECE rep and I believe also the SEND rep have curriculum meetings that they go to, which would be great places to bring up curriculum problems. And then the last point was just about like general communication. We need good communication with the faculty to like have good education. And I'd like to try and interact with them. like equals. We're not high school students, we're not children, and like we know what we want and what we need. So that's the really important part, is that communication.
30 seconds.
Okay. It should focus on a shared purpose, and I'll try my very best to prepare for these meetings by like getting that student feedback and obviously just attend them as often as possible.
Okay. Do we have any questions right away from the audience? Evan?
I don't like forcing you to because like I know you might need to think about it, but you said you're like going to be the voice of the students. Have you considered being the proponent for the motion passed at SGM?
I mean,
I'll just repeat that for the people on Zoom, on Discord, as well as the
Okay.
record. It was mentioned that you wanted to be the voice of the people. Were you considering being the proponent for the referendum passed at SGM, which for context was being the proponent for the referendum, the UVSS referendum, to remove UVSS fees for co-op students?
that did actually cross my mind at one point. And I haven't fully decided for and against that, but I would definitely be open to it. Like you said, I would be, as VPI, the voice of the students and representing the students to the larger general UVic student society would certainly be a reasonable part of that. And like I said, I also attend a co-op meeting supposedly at the end of term. So that like I could bring it up there as well. Because paying. Hello?
Thanks, Nolan. Your mic's still live.
Hello?
Okay, I was gonna mute you. There we go.
Because we do probably overpay fees while on co-op, especially if we're not in Victoria.
Okay,
Any other questions?
other questions from the audience or from Discord? If you're from Discord, you can just unmute yourself to ask the question. Any questions at all? Okay, then I will ask a question as moderator.
Brilliant.
Have you looked at what other schools similar positions do? And if you have, what would you like to bring from those schools here?
Yeah, that's a brilliant question, and I wish I had a better answer. I spent a lot of time reading through our transition documents. It turns out there's a lot of things that we did, and a lot of which we still do, which would be my responsibility, and are certainly good ideas. But I did not look at other schools. Sorry about that.
That's fine. I pulled that just off the top of my head. Any other questions from the audience or from Discord? Going one more time, any other questions from the audience or Discord? If there's no more questions after another call, then that, I guess, will be the end of the candidates debate.
I can talk more about the shared purpose thing. I learned it at the conference on diversity and engineering.
Or just a question. If you're interested in talking more about the thing, just to allow time, because I know it has to be directed to the question. Yeah, if you want to talk more about that, that's my question.
Yeah, I did not actually realize that would take 5 minutes straight to talk through. I was worried about filling up the time. And then I ran out on it a bit. But yeah, for like, if you're in EC, you've probably seen a diagram like something like this, where there's feedback. And this is a way, well, there's more boxes. I just didn't want to write things. And this is a way people often see communication, especially with people they perceive to be above them, is like you get some sort of decree from the faculty and you give feedback. This isn't actually the best model. If we want to engage like equals, then we're not really talking about a sender and a receiver. What we're talking about is getting across shared purpose. There's something that needs to be established first to like make communication effective, which is what I hope to do, representing the student body to the faculty and the UVSS and any other body that we need to work with.
Any questions from the audience or Discord? Going one more time. Any questions from the audience or the Discord? Okay, seeing no more questions from the audience or the Discord, I believe that would be the end of the candidates debate there.
Okay.
So thank you for coming out and thank you
15
for
minutes.
tuning in, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Ask thing about pineapple on pizza.
Oh my God. That's about spooky scary skeleton.
I was gonna then follow it up with durians on pizza.